Hey there, Emily. I decided to make a real video about Lemony Snickets series of Unfortunant events. That is just dedicated to that, and that will be this video. I will be repeating some of the things I've said in the earlier videos in case no one has seen them as well, but let's get started. I really think the books are much better than the movie. The movie is a very good way of getting into the books, however. But the movie is not bad in any type of way, I wouldn't say like that, because it's a very good adaptation. If you would have shot it actually like the books are, it would become a very boring type of movie. It would become like this TV show that doesn't lead anywhere. And we've all seen things like that with, I guess, Harry Potter. I've not seen all the Harry Potter movies because I never liked that. Or Lord of the Rings without my reader, but here's why I like Lemony Snickets, the books and the movies, I would say. Is, I mean, the first three books are basically an entire movie. With an ending, of course. But the books were so much more powerful. Like, you really get into how the orphans got to clean like Kent Olof's house, how he like tortures them. I'm only up to book 7, chapter 7 I should say. I'm not all the way through, so I won't discuss it up to that point. But anyway, like I was saying, like how it tortures them and just are out for the money. And I think Kent Olof in the book is a much meaner, ruder, and despicable character in that way. He doesn't realize that he is the way he is towards other people. But he's not like an dimwit or a stupid person, because he knows exactly what he's doing, and that is also nice. But you have someone as Mr. Poe. He's kind of like this thing, oh yeah, everything will be fine, yeah, as long as I'm getting a promotion or whatever. And they have all these guardians. And I like that about the books. And then I use that phrase a lot in this video. That the guardians, or the grown-ups, or whatever you want to call them, they're pretty much like blind to what is happening, because they are so absorbed with their own lives or whatever. So they don't really take time to think about other people. Yeah, maybe it was one guardian when we were living in that house with the elevator shaft that was the elevator. He seems to care about the children a lot more, but not to 100%. But that is also what I think is so, it's kind of like E.T. and stuff like that. This is seen through the eyes of the children. And that is what makes it unique and good. And it's no like Christian propaganda or, yeah, let's sell a bunch of toys and make a bunch of video games. Because the video game they made was, from what I understand, really awful, what I've seen about it. I personally don't like the character Klaus, Violet's brother. I don't know why. He's not like boring or anything, but he's kind of like a strict, boring person. Not boring, but strict person. Sorry about that. I have a little bad stomach, but at least it works. Rather have that. You kind of have to plan everything out before doing it. And that I think is, it's good that you have a character like that in the book, because he kind of lifts up the characters Sunny and Violet to a whole other level. Because it's basically through those two characters Klaus lives and becomes who he is. Without them two, like Violet and Sunny, Klaus would have been like a boring Harry Potter, basically. I think Violet in the book is much more, this is going to sound weird, but much more wild. She's not really like wild in the movie, but in the movie she's very strict and, you know, conservative. Here she's that in the book as well. I'm not going to lie to you and say that she, but it is with not the same type of boundaries. She's much more alive in that sense, believable that she is a 14-year-old girl. In the movie, the problem was that she was not like a Christian girl, but something in between there. And she didn't invent a lot of things either. That is actually kind of boring in the movie. but you can have to cut stuff like that away. Like Uncle Monty and stuff like that. Maybe they should have made not 13 movies, but 4 movies or something like that, I don't know. But anyway, the movie is a great way to get into it. I said it twice now, but that is exactly why I'm going for the books right now. Even though it's more like a slapstick family comedy movie. But let's get back to this. The main character that shines the most in the book, that grows the most so far, that is Sunny. Just like in the movie, she steals the show in the books as well. And there is something so charming about Sunny, so it's not true. Because that character is very well written, the same thing in the movie. Because you can see the world through different eyes than like teenagers or adults. Then there is the fact that Sunny knows a hell of a lot of words, but that's just nice. And I think that is the fantasy concept of it, because when someone told me it was fantasy, I just said, oh no, I'm not watching that or listening to that, due to that. But Sunny is the voice of reason. Sunny is the lead actress, if you want to call it, in the book and the movie. And it's very hard to describe with words actually how important Sunny is for the story, because I love the fact that the adult treats her like she just were a midget or something. Like she get to work as a secretary, run laps. Actually, she crawls laps. Like I love the line in the 7th book, and she crawls past her brother's leg, Klaus, I think it's called, and knocks on the door before Violet and a chance knocking on the door. Things like that, and that Sunny gets to ride on suitcases and things like that. And the way Sunny speaks, because Sunny is the most intelligent character in the entire story. And things when she like gets on, what was it, some sort of a fish thing, I don't know, something like that, a big fish. And she says like $1,000 or something. It's kind of nice. But I also like this about Sunny. They never say how old Sunny is. They just say she's an infant. And that is so much more interesting. If they would go, Sunny is 2 years old, beginning with Klaus and Violet. Yeah, no, older. But I will do a full review. I did not get into a lot of details about each and every book. It's nice doing work, it's a lumber mill, it's well do, boards and stuff like that. But I don't want to get into much detail that I don't want to ruin it. You should just listen to it and don't read up on it or anything. Just basically with blind eyes and give it a chance. But first watch the movie and decide if this is for you or not. So I'm gonna end this at 9 minutes in 10 seconds. And by the way, you can buy these in America and basically all over the world, from what I understand, if someone wants to buy a cool pink wool cap.